we live in a country where it's illegal to be married to more than one person at the same time. And everyone talks about gay rights, gay marriage. They never talk about bisexual rights. And I've been thinking about whether or not I'd marry a man for a long time, and generally I'm in the no category because I have that I want to be dominant. I don't want to share my women thing going on, but I also have never actually been in love with a man, and I've never had a relationship with a man, and but it was probably 8 years ago, 9 years ago, that I realized that I'm polyamorous, that I am not someone that is good one-on-one. There's a TV show, what is it? It's about a Civil War veteran who takes care of the railroads. I'll put it up on the screen. And he marries a Mormon woman, and I was watching that show and I was thinking, I'm kind of like that guy. I feel like I'm the type of person that in a one-on-one relationship, in a monogamous relationship, I could get kind of cold and like quiet and not very attentive to my wife because I am just that way. I'm kind of a loner, but then I'm also the type of person that needs diversity. I need a diverse group around me. When I see this bad flower guy, Josh Katz, I think to myself, I'm actually attracted to this person, and he's the type that I could be into, even though, I'm not saying that that's what I'm into, even though I'm probably just as much or more attracted to him than Meg Myers, which is weird, but I'm probably actually more attracted to Lila Tretikov, however you say it, than anyone, because I am attracted to smart women that are also kind of small and sexy. So what I'm trying to say is, in the American culture, we're very progressive people, right? We believe in the pursuit of happiness, right? We believe that gay people should be able to get married. Not necessarily true. Probably about 50% of us or 60% of us believe that gay people should have the right to get married, even though it's none of their business what a person's doing in the bedroom. But probably a very small percentage of people actually believe that I should have the right to marry more than one person. And the reality is, I could marry one person and we could have sex with multiple people together. And as long as we're doing it together and not going one-on-one with other people, then I don't think it's cheating, because it's not. It's we're both in agreement that person is who we want to have sex with. But I also think that I should have the right to, if I want to, marry more than one person and be with more than one person. And, that doesn't have to be me with a bunch of girls. It can very, very much be me, another man, and a few girls, or me, another man, and two girls, or three girls, or four girls. Probably not a bunch of men and women, because it's like very hard for me to find someone that's a man that I'm that attracted to. I mean, the reality is, the reason I'm so attracted to that guy is because he has that song, Promise Me You'll Never Grow Up. I know it's weird, but it's like, you have one song that's that freaking good, and it's like, wow. I knew they were good, Bad Flower was good before because Ghost, but that song, Promise Me You'll Never Grow Up, is like, oh, it's that good. I feel like a lot of people think, if you're not a gay guy that has an impulse problem that wants to get with Jared Polis, who is not even slightly attracted to me, or slightly attractive to me, then you're not gay. And I think that historically, Alexander the Great was definitely bisexual, and Leonardo da Vinci was definitely bisexual, and Ben Franklin was never married, so you never know what he was into. But I think the reason that I'm always just not married is because I'm polyamorous. I'm not polygamous. I'm not a polygamist. I'm polyamorous, which means that I believe that we can all be with each other, and it's not like a I control you thing. It's like a we love each other thing. Like, we all love each other thing, and I'm not afraid of you loving someone else because I know you love me. and you shouldn't be afraid of me loving someone else because you know that there's no way I would ever stop loving you. And I think that in the American culture, like, it's weird to people that you could be a person that isn't so possessive, because that's what we're told is a good thing. We're told, like, your ability to not desire other people is the best, and is what's good for you. And in fact, for a lot of people, what they're told is that you're only a straight monogamous relationship is what's good. And let's face it, over 50% of Christian marriages end in divorce. That's probably because people stop liking each other because they're one-on-one too much. And personally, I want to continue liking the people that I'm with. And what I'm trying to say is, I believe that there should be a constitutional amendment that allows me, a polyamorous person, to marry more than one person. And I don't know what the max should be. I think that, like, it's not really the government's business, but I do think that there can be problems with polygamous relationships where a man is so dominant and he's got a bunch of women that are just basically subservient to him, and it's a misogynist culture, not an accepting culture. It's not a hippie liberal polyamorous culture. It's a I am the man, you are all for me culture, kind of like in Islam, where the women are all for the men. It's not everyone's for each other. But I think that, like, if you want to have a really big house, say that there are 6 of us in the relationship. Well, if I'm a single person, no one would care if I have a 3,000 square foot house. So 6 times 3, I could have at least a 10,000 square foot house, 12,000 square foot house, and I wouldn't feel guilty about it. So it's like, I could have a sick house. Like, we could have so much fun together. We could do all sorts of cool things together. All I'm saying is, like, for me, that's actually more desirable than one-on-one, but then it's illegal. Like, well, at least it's illegal to be married. Like, we'd have to be like, well, we're going to be married, and we're going to be married, and we're going to be married, and then we can all live together. But if one of you is in the hospital, I can't visit you as my family member because the government says that my morals aren't the way that they want my morals to be. And it's like, all right, guys, why do you care? Why don't you just let me do whatever I want to do? And I think it's just because everyone's been told what they should believe and what's right and wrong, and they accept it, and they don't know how to change their minds. But hopefully people can change their minds.